Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about exercise 7. Exercise 7 is this part that you see in front of you now. Some important details about exercise 7. We have a hole on each end with a slot cut out of it, as well as a counterboard hole here in the middle. Pay attention to your measurements. Think about what you're doing before you do it. My best suggestion for this shape is to break this up into 4 quarters, and we're actually going to draw the top left-hand segment. We are only going to draw that segment, and then we are actually going to mirror it in order to draw the other 4 or other 3 quadrants. So let's get started. I'm going to hop onto Onshape. I'm going to create we're going to create a new part studio for exercise 7. We're going to create a sketch on our top plane. And now we're going to get drawing. So I'm going to draw a circle at my origin, and that circle is going to have a diameter of 100 millimeters. My second circle here that has a diameter of 150 millimeters, and that's showing us a radius of 75. Okay, that third circle I'm not going to draw yet, which will make sense in a second. From here, I'm going to draw another circle off to the left-hand side. I'm going to make sure it's horizontally constrained from here over to the left, and I'm going to give that a measurement of 50 millimeters. I'm also going to draw another circle here, again coincident to this circle, with a radius of 40 or a diameter of 80 millimeters. And now I need to set my distance in between this center point and this center point. So I use my dimension tool, click on the center here and the center here, and this should have a length of 150 millimeters. That snaps these both in place. Okay. So now we need to do an arc from this circle to this circle. Okay. So we have a 3-point arc, and if we click here and we click somewhere up here and we pull down this way, we get an arc. Okay, and the radius here doesn't really matter. It's not important. But what we want to make sure is that this arc is tangent here and tangent here. Okay, because if it's not, you're not going to end up with a shape that looks right. The other way you could do this is, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to draw a very large circle with a radius of 300 millimeters. Okay, and then I'm going to make this circle tangent to here and here. Okay, so now I'm going to use my trim tool. I'm going to trim this large portion away. So now I need to draw my little slot in this circle. Okay, so it's 20 millimeters. So I'm going to draw a line like this and another line like this. And I'm going to use my dimension tool, and I'm going to dimension from this line here to my center point like this. Okay, so that's 10 millimeters. I'm going to do the same thing. I can actually set these lines, go to both lines, and I'm going to make that 20 millimeters. Okay, so now I have the ability to do this. I'm going to use my trim tool. Just going to spend some time cleaning this up. All right, so now we need 2 more lines, and they're going to be construction lines. And the construction lines are going to go through my horizontal origin as well as my vertical origin. All right, so now I have that. And if you're feeling really ambitious, you can actually go through and get rid of all of this, like so. So what we're left with is just this, okay? So now I can use my mirror tool. I can select a mirror line, so let's do vertical first. So I'm going to select my mirror line. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so I can highlight everything. I'm going to select all of that. That's going to flip it over my y-axis. So now I'm going to press escape. I'm going to select my mirror again, select my horizontal axis, and all of my parts. And that will flip it that way. So that is my sketch. Okay, so I'm going to press the check mark. So now I have my shape. I can extrude that my 20 millimeters. Okay. I end up with that. And now I can put another sketch here for my counterboard circle. Do a circle here with a measurement of 135.6 millimeters. I will use my extrude tool, do a remove extrude, but remember we're not going all the way through, we're going through a depth of 10 millimeters, 10 mm, and that gives us our finished part.